I've just watched a television commercial on YouTube about the movie A Dolphin Tale, which is a new movie by Warner's Brothers that has come out in October of this year, which is a movie about a dolphin who gets a new tail, and obviously within the movie, quite like the series of Flipper or the movie of Flipper. I don't know if there's a movie about it. What is shown in the movie is the amazing love and care and compassion that can exist between an animal and a human being, as what has been presented to us by Hollywood for so many times, where they often use a dog or a horse or a dolphin, which is animals who are mostly seen by human beings as adorable, or a little bit like the human being, or affectionate animals. So because the animals show affection to us, we show affection back, or we feel a little bit connected with them. But then, if apparently the love between an animal and a human being can be that strong that it deserves Hollywood pictures that obviously make a lot of money in the box office, because so many people go and watch it, and then when they've watched the movie, they feel all good and great about themselves and about animals and about dolphins, and we feel so compassionate and loving, and oh my god, all those lovey-dovey feelings that we feel when we've seen a feel-good movie like that, wherein you see an animal that is apparently happy and joyful, and oh wow, it gets a new tail, and then it gets cared for, and then most likely somewhere in the beginning of the movie, the animal gets abused, and then it finds a new home with human beings that care for the animal, and then the love grows, and then in the end of the movie you see the animal is really happy, so that creates the happy feeling within people watching the movie. So, with all these movies about how much people apparently love animals such as dolphins, how come there is still such a thing as the Cove going on? If you don't know what the Cove is, it's a documentary about the brutal slaughtering of dolphins that happens in Taiji, an island somewhere in Japan, as a act of inhumanity that's been exposed by former dolphin trainer Rick O'Brien, I think. So how come with all the money that we have, that apparently symbolizes and represents the love that we have for animals, because it's the money from the box office, from all those movies that represent the love between an animal and a human being, how come we haven't used that money to stop animal abuse such as the Cove? How come we haven't stopped inhumanity such as that? Where does the money go? That's the most important question that we have to ask ourselves when we go and watch movies like this, when we go and watch feel-good movies like this, because when we look at the reality, the actual world, which is not Hollywood movies, then we see that there is no love between animals and human beings. There is just no love at all. The love between the so-called love between a human being and an animal is only presented in Hollywood movies so that we can feel good about ourselves. Because apparently there exists love within us, and apparently that's a reason for us to feel good about ourselves and to feel as though we are good beings in the eyes of God or whoever. But take a look at the reality that isn't the Hollywood movie, and you'll find out that there is absolutely no love existent within the human being, because such atrocities like the Cove, they still exist, even though there is so much money made out of Hollywood movies that apparently always represent love and just how loving the human being is or can be. Then, if there's just so much money going towards the apparent love of the human being, then why isn't that money spent on the love of this world? Then why isn't that money spent on stopping abuse, stopping animal abuse? Because if we would use the money made of Hollywood movies, then the world would already just be such a better place for everyone. If the movie made out of, if the money made out of Hollywood movies representing love would actually be spent on establishing love in this world, then the world would just be fixed. Because Hollywood movies is the main entertainment source for human beings. I mean, almost everyone goes to cinemas and goes to watch movies and watches television, so we spend a lot of money on entertainment. So, in this we can clearly see that all entertainment and all love that is professed and that is shown to us by Hollywood movies is a complete lie, because it's not actually practically applied within reality. There is no love in the reality, and there is no love in the human being. We've absolutely missed that point completely, because we're too self-involved and we're too brainwashed by the Hollywood picture presentation of what love apparently is, as some kind of energy within ourselves wherein we can feel good about ourselves, instead of an actually applied reality, like a manifested love that can spread around the world as an actual act of love, wherein we make our love visible for all to see just how much love exists within us. Because if we would make our love visible, then this world wouldn't look like what it is today, with extensive amounts of abuse going on between human beings and animals. So if you are really interested in making love visible, and if you believe that you actually have love within yourself, then it is your duty to prove that and to make your love visible. So that is possible within an equal money system, wherein we can actually make our love visible and show ourselves, each other, and the world just how much love exists within the human being. So investigate an equal money system wherein we will once and for all stop abuse, like dolphin slaughter, like what we see in the Cove documentary, because this is unacceptable and it needs to be stopped.